was not only that Joshua died, it was his friends who also died. In the Bible, we see that the elders of all of his time had also passed on. Then we also see a generation which came after, and that generation knew not God, and they swayed away. They followed and worshipped the God of the rest of the people of their territory. So this is what is happening in our generation. If we do not lit that fire, if we do not burn that fire and pass on that fire to the coming generation, we will see that kind of quenching of fire, that kind of gap in the generations to come. We need to pass on from this generation to the other generation a fire for the Lord, the fire that Joshua carried of obedience, obeying the instructions. Instructions must be obeyed. Joshua was a person of courage. He was a man of war. He knew this. He knew how to war in prayer. He sat with Moses in the tent in the presence of the Lord, and then God chose him. We need to teach our generation to sit in the presence of the Lord. Today's generation is so worried about the cares of the life, and they have no time to sit in the presence of the Lord. We have no time to teach our children to sit in the presence of the Lord and seek the face of the Lord. That's why we have this generation lost, and the gods of this world are taking them over and manipulating and polluting their thoughts. Everything has been taken over by the God of this generation. We see in the end times that the gods of this world are coming so heavily upon people that people are being swayed. We need people on fire. We need elders on fire, not just for this ministry's sake, not for the church alone, but to burn nations, to burn countries, to burn every area and every territory for the Lord. We need to be burning for the Lord. If the fire is quenched, we all are perishing. Our labors are perishing in the Lord. So let not our labors perish in the Lord, but raise up a generation who is on fire, who is put on fire for the Lord. Joshua said, "As for me and my household shall serve the Lord." So we need a generation who will continue to burn for the Lord and for the purposes of the Lord, not for individual ministries, but for the Lord. We need to win the nations and countries and territories. So let that fire burn in you and pass on the fire. This is more crucial and the call of this time. If I am conveying this message to everyone, please do pass this message to everyone. We need to light up that fire that the devil and the enemy of this world is quenching, is taking away from the generations. That's why we have confused generation, mental issues, emotional issues. There are all lot of things that are happening to the people, even to the young ones, even to the elders, depressions and all kind of problems that are coming. So we need fire. If you need help in mentorship on getting on fire, be in contact with me. Follow me on my Instagram at I'll leave the link, and on Facebook and on YouTube and on TikTok. I'm everywhere right now, Tabernacle of Fire Global Ministries. So we are touching the globe, we are touching nations, and we are going to do something for the Lord to bring that fire back into your heart, into your life, into your homes. May God bless you. Please do share my message to others. Let the fire burn.